Welcome and thank you very much for joining me on my chili sowing journey. It is the end of January. This is my third sowing of seeds this month. I am doing seeds every 10 days until I have no more seeds left to sow. I am inside for this sowing video because it's far too cold to be outside. As you can see, I have got my soil there, which is a seed soil, and I have placed probably 40% vermiculite with it. I've given it a very, very good toss, and I've given it a water, and now it's damped slightly, so it did need another water. But that is how I like to put it into my seed tray. I've got a very big seed tray there, and it comes with a lid, which you will see later on in this video. So all I do here when I'm placing my soil into my seed trays is I'm just smoothing it out very gently. I do not press down firm. I do not compact it, because you've got to remember, when that seed starts to germinate, it's got to have enough space and it's got to be light enough to be able to place its roots into the soil. So I don't pat it down really hard. It may look like it in the video, but I think it's just where I've got no sound on it, so you probably can't hear how lightly I'm tapping. But no, once the seed tray is nice and full, I just go around making sure that they are completely full, and also making sure that I've tapped it all down to fill the whole seed tray, and that way there's no big gaps or anything like that in it. So now it's time to sow those precious, precious seeds. Some of the packets of seeds came with a lot of seeds, some came with only a few, so I was trying to be a little bit more savvy of how I sow these. So any of the more unique ones, I wanted to make sure I kept some of those seeds behind for another sowing in case these failed. So some of them I multi-sown, and some of them it was just one seed per sow. It was literally all dependent on how many seeds I had per packet. So I just make my hole with a little dipper. You can use a pen or a lolly stick or your finger, anything you want to do. So I made my holes. I made sure I had my tags and pen on the ready. The information that you put on your plant label is really, really important. If you are only sowing a couple of things, you'll probably remember what it is, when it was, how many. But when you are sowing a large amount of seeds and different types of seeds, it's really important to put as much information as you can on your seed label. So I write on mine the type that it is. So it's a chili or a sweet chili. I then write the type, so the breed of what you're sowing. I then write the date that I sowed the chilies. I also write on there how many chilies I'd sown. So if it's more than one per seed cell, I will write the word multi, so I know there's multiple, so I can then give them a little bit more time for more to come up. And I also write how many cells I've sown in. So for example, on these I've gone down, not across, so I have sown in 4 seed cells. Here's just a quick example. Now it's come to the end of the video. I place the lid with the air holes closed on top of the seed tray. The reason why I do that is because then moisture will gather inside and then it will keep it moist enough to germinate. I will also place my seed tray onto a heat mat, which is in my living room, which is a nice sunny spot, nice and warm. I won't allow them to go outside because they won't germinate and it's much too cold for that. And hopefully this will give them the head start that they will need. And I will have a glut of chilies this year to do lots of dehydrating and make some cowboy candy and just have them as snacks.